Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today, we are going to go put down some flowers, put down some grass, and maybe dig a tunnel, because I was looking at this over here and I was doing a bunch of thinking. I don't really want to have the farm up here anymore. When you look at it, there's no natural way to reach the farm, right? You've got this beautiful staircase that goes down, and then it hangs a left, and you're at ground level, right? You're level with the ground. Problem is, how do you get to the farm? Well, we could take that out and have a bit of a staircase go up to it. And you know what? Maybe we do leave the farm here, but it definitely needs a lot of work. It needs to be tidied up a lot, because it's just a mess. It's just a hodgepodge of different things in different places. But then what I was actually looking at here, I was like, man, if we carved this out, what we could do is we could have a tunnel going through this part of the island, right? All the way through to this side of the island, where the stairs then go down again to ground level. And we already talked about, in the last episode, how we do want to extend this portion of the island so we can have this point here link up with this point here, maybe even a little further out, so it's kind of level with this here, kind of have that kind of curve out and sort of naturally meld in there so that it hopefully looks a little bit more natural, because right now it just looks too narrow a connection. So hopefully that kind of helps alleviate that issue. And then I was like, well, how do you get over there from over here? Because the only connection would be, if we did this, you know, if we had it extend out right here, we could have a road that goes right along the edge here to connect to that part of the island. And that's it. The only other option is to go through my house, because there's a door here, and we're going to redo this entrance over here to be like this entrance right here, so that there's some consistency between them. So, you know, you could go through my... I don't want people going through my basement. What people... I like to imagine the villagers living here as actually properly living here and living their day-to-day lives. And I was like, okay, you know what they need? We need to have this road that already leads up to here just kind of go through here, and we have a tunnel. So we're going to dig out a tunnel today. We've already dug out one tunnel for axolotls, and we need to go continue work on it, because right now it's not really finished, so to speak. Uh-oh. This is an issue. Is that the inside of this room? Is it like, oh no. Uh-oh, this is the basement. Oh no. Is my tunnel idea immediately dead in the water? Or do we use this as the design aesthetic for the inside of the tunnel? No, because I wanted the tunnel to look like this. Oh no. Is this gonna be the issue that we now have? Is this gonna be the thing? Or we could just have the tunnel be very narrow. I wanted it to be 3x though. I'll tell you what, let's not give up. What we're doing right now is called giving up, and we're not about that, okay? We're gonna charge forward boldly. Oh no. Oh no. What we're doing right now is called giving up. Okay, we're gonna retreat boldly. Went inside and I took a nap and I got some extra stone so that I can fill all this in with stone, and then that way we have, you know, the dirt that was here before. We now have. That'll do for now. That'll do just fine for now. Well, there's that idea out the water. I mean, I guess what we could do is we could have the staircase come down. You know, I'm not opposed to adding different landings. We could have another landing here that turns this direction and then goes down. And then we have to bump this whole staircase out a few extra blocks so that it can continue down to this landing. The thing is, I like that this landing turns right here at the axolotls. So we could extend the axolotl pit if we wanted to. Remember, we had trouble in the basement. The reason the basement ended where it was is because that's where the stairs were. If the landing was here, let's say, right? So you get off the stairs and you're here. You could then walk this way all the way over and have another staircase going down there. And that would be fine. And then we bump this whole thing out, you know, 3 blocks. The staircase then continue down to here. Except now they're over here. You know what I'm doing right now is I'm finding problems when what I need to be doing is breaking out the pickaxe and finding solutions. Let's go grab some stairs. What I meant was stone brick. I don't know why I said stairs. I guess because I was looking at stairs at the time. We need more stone brick, and we probably do need more stairs as well. And some walls, and some slabs, and we might even need a little bit of the pale oak log. Let's go do that. Let's go find solutions. No more problems. Only solutions. This would even kind of, like, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to justify what I'm doing. What this would do, though, is this would actually solve my problem I had earlier of not being able to access the farm. If it has a turn here, we now, like, have a perfect way to access all of this. And, you know, the redesign and all of that. Let's get to it. Okay, let's get to it. Let's make this happen. We're ready. We're good. We're sharp. Sharp as attack. We'll fill this in with stone bricks because it's basically just stone. And if we can get stone easily, guess what else we can get easily? Stone bricks. What we do over here on the side is going to be a little bit of a different story because I don't actually know. Am I supposed to just have the dirt bump across and then... Oh, it might start looking really unnatural here in a minute. But again, that's finding problems. Solutions. I'm starting to sound like a really annoying, like, motivational speaker, I feel like. What you're doing right now is finding problems, and what we need you to do is find solutions. I'm everyone's least favorite assistant manager at the store. Beverly, I need you to be solution-minded, okay? Do we want this to be stone bricks, or do we want it to turn into a... We probably want it to just turn into a regular dirt trail, don't we? Like so. Because that's kind of what we do everywhere else. One of these days, Mojang is going to, like, you know, get their act together and give us some form of dirt slabs or stairs, same with paths, so that we can have, like, grass paths that we don't need some separate type of block to do the elevations with. They've not done it yet, but one of these days... Oh, they probably won't. Who am I kidding? So there we go. Something along these lines... This cuts through here, and then we have the staircase down. That'll be fine. And then I brought these down here to do this, but I was wondering if it mightn't look better if instead we use the pale oak fencing. I don't know at the moment. I kind of wanted this to be a little different, which is why I thought about doing it, but we'll see how it manifests. Also, I think these are actually supposed to be level with the stairs, is how we've been doing it. So actually, I guess that... Well, that doesn't happen. This happens. I like how this series has basically just become Rees builds his house, right? Like that's what this series is. Rees works on his home. Every episode is basically that. And it's not that it's just like, well, yeah, of course it is. Like, what else am I going to do? I've defeated the Ender Dragon. I've defeated the Wither. You know, I've done all of those things. What more do you want me to do? If you have a suggestion, an idea, or a request, by all means, submit it. Oh, wait a minute. You know what we could do is we actually don't need to bump the stairs out. We could just have it come down to another landing, and then the stairs just come out further in this direction, which might look a little bit odd over here. We might have to kind of do some work, but this could work. You gotta be flexible in Minecraft, you know? Not like literally. You don't need to be able to bend or contort your body in any kind of strange way. But you need to be, with your ideas and what you're willing to kind of do and try, you need to be willing to just try new and different things. Okay. So you have a staircase that's been a certain way for a long time. Yeah, it might be a little tricky to alter it, you know? You might need to think outside the bun, so to speak. But once you do that, you might find that you like what you've come up with even more. Or it'll be a disaster. You don't know yet. You're going to find out. It's something. It's a start. I noticed that over here there's stone brick underneath the slabs, or underneath the logs. And I like the way that looks, and I'm wondering if we mightn't ought to do that under these stairs as well, but the question is of how far down does the stone brick go? Is it, like, all the way down? That might look weird, especially when we get to the top, and it's just like a hard stop, unless we bring the dirt out to maybe present the idea that it's blocking it, but in reality it's a stone block facade the whole time. I don't know if we need to actually think that far ahead, but here's what we've got now, where, yeah, that actually worked out quite well. I don't feel like it really interfered at all with the construct inside of here. It all kind of looks the same. Place a couple of those with grass, get that growing in a bit more. And then up here now, we've got this going this way. Makes for easy access to the pumpkin patch. We need lighting is the only problem. For now, oh, you know what? Let's go get lanterns. Can you put lanterns on a wall? I've still not decided if I like the walls. We might still go fencing. I don't know. You know, we're going to leave it as it is now, as opposed to changing it right now. And in the future, we'll try different things, maybe. Or we get used to this and we don't want to change it because we're happy with it. I think once you get happy with something, it's a good sign. Once you, yeah, there we go. Maybe another one here. I was trying to decide between there or that corner, but I kind of like that placement. Maybe both. Maybe there and here in this corner. That might be too much. I think it looks fine. I think it looks fine. I do wonder, though, if maybe we oughtn't to remove these bits of the wall and have it be where that goes off that direction. But I still don't know how I want to redesign the farm. I'm thinking like tiered little terraced sort of things. Something along those lines could be fun and interesting. Then we need to have the stairs down to here. And I hate that it can't just be a dirt path with half dirt path slabs, right? I think that would look so much better than just suddenly there's a staircase now. Because at least here it makes sense, because this is like a continuation of the house. You know, even though it comes off of a dirt path, suddenly this stone staircase. At least when you look at it, it makes sense because it all ties in with the aesthetics of the house. But, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be too abrupt over here. We'll give it a go. Oh, no! Wait, what? Why is this all on fire? That doesn't make any sense. I'm building my staircase and it all just erupted into... The lava is under here. But wait a minute, how far is the lava? Oh, it's like right there. Well... Why? Why does it... Is it going vertically into the log? There's always something. Always some kind of problem. We will space the whole thing out an extra block. No, still? Really? There's so much space now between where the lava is and where this is. It's like, it's gotta be, the heat's gotta be going through two separate, look. The lava is back there. How is it getting up to here? That doesn't make any sense. And catching these logs on fire from that kind of a distance? When you have solid blocks in the way? Is that how Minecraft works? We just wanted to build a tunnel. That's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to have a nice little tunnel. That's it. That's all we wanted. And look where it's gotten us. Remember when we were just gonna dig a little tunnel? Now we've got this mess over here of a staircase that I'm not happy about. And it keeps erupting into flame for some reason. Well, shoot, I guess we extend it again. Okay. Surely now, it cannot catch on fire. Surely now, it cannot. Okay. So now we have the staircase, and the staircase is good. It's not caught on fire, hasn't erupted into flame, everything seems to be A-okay. Okay, and then we come up here, and we come across here, and we go, oop, here we go. We're here now. I actually think we need to get rid of this section. I think that needs to be dirt right there. Possibly. Or does that look weird? Because it stops immediately here. And that's stairs there, so that does look a little bit weird. What if that's there like that? With another lantern. To kind of help box this thing off a little bit in some kind of a way? Nah, that's gotta be like this. Oh, but that looks weird too. There is no good way to have this transition take place. That looks less weird, maybe? Unless we have it be... Oh, maybe... I mean, that looks more like an edge than it does a thing you can walk across. Also, sitting in the ground like that, like these aren't treated boards. It's going to get wood rot, and then it's going to end up with like termites. Hold on. There we go. So there's the path. Oh, hold on. That under there definitely needs to be corrected. There we go. Okay, so we have a bit of a trail coming off of there now, onto the new part of the island. To get to the old part of the island, you come down here. I don't know about this point. I really don't know what to do here. I'd love your feedback on what we might ought to do here, because I really just don't know how to handle this. I think it's going to look funky no matter what. And then this comes down here, and you're back on the old part of the island. I definitely thought when I started today's video, we were just going to be putting down like a bunch of bone meal out here to make it look a little bit better, a little bit nicer. By the way, this is what it looks like now that all the grass has grown in. That's the hill, and I think that once we have a couple more big hills, it'll look a little bit more natural. The grass might help as well. I like the staircase. I like how it turned out. It's no longer catching on fire. It's better than a tunnel, I think. It'll be easier to maintain for sure. And overall, I think the staircase looks okay. I was a little worried about it at first. I was a little bit, I don't know about this, but I think it's all right. I think it's all okay. I do think we will probably end up doing something over here to adjust that dirt under there, now that I've kind of seen how much more I like it when, instead of dirt, it's got the bricks underneath. This little bit of staircase here, I think, is a great example of that. Just that slight little difference there, I think looks good. But until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I will see you. I'm getting a thumbnail. We'll see you later. Bye.